Hi guys! Alright, so I am approaching my second day at the Ritsona refugee camp. I have been specifically assigned to the female-friendly space in Lighthouse, which takes care of more community building, as well as protection for gender-based violence. We also have a unit that does called for the mother and babies. So they have a section where they go and they get formula, they learn about breastfeeding and health, and they can actually sleep with the babies. So it's a very clean, relaxing place for them. But I'm specifically on the activities unit. So what I'm going to be doing is creating a schedule for them to do dancing, and they were doing Zumba for a while, yoga, they were doing exercise classes. In the morning they do crafts, so they're knitting scarves and socks and things for their children for the winter because it's about to get cold, even though it's Greece and it's like ridiculously gorgeous right now, as you can see. But it does eventually get cold, and a lot of them are being sent to Germany to be housed. So we're getting refugees still every day. There's like about maybe like 20 or so that leave, and then 20 or so that come back every day. There's about 700 people in the camp. There's only about 150 tents though, so there's about 6 or 7 people per tent. And they just brought in some units, ISO boxes, which are basically like campers without the wheels, what you'd call them, prefabs. They're going to move them all into there for the winter, because right now they're basically just like 6 to 8 person families and sleeping all in the same little A-frame tent on the ground. So we're trying to create a little bit of normalcy in a very not so normal situation. So because their basic needs are kind of met already. So the Red Cross provides all the health. They're also doing a little bit of everything. They also have a female-friendly space that they're building. They have education. There's another NGO on ground that called I Am You. I think it's Swedish, and they do all of the English classes. They also host a movie night on Friday nights. They do one for the kids and then one for the adults. It's really sweet. And then there's Echo, which is the main warehouse, and they distribute everything that the refugees need, from food to clothing to shoes. So you guys should really look them up if you're interested in donating to something like that. And then there's something that I think is personally very interesting called Cafe Ritsona, Cafe Ritz, and it's basically like a little cafe that a woman opened her own, and she is getting donations and funding for cooking classes, and she's giving them more culturally appropriate food that's good, that everyone likes. So I think most of the refugees get their food from there rather than from Echo, because they prefer the food. So we are taking upon the task of creating more community involvement. So they just installed a library, which is really nice, and I haven't gone in to check it out yet, but I'm definitely going to take some pictures of it today. And then, so today I'm going in and I bought some shisha for the hookah. I bought a new hose because that's what they do in the mornings, is they do their crafts, they smoke their hookah, and they were doing their nails yesterday, because honestly a lot of these girls are like 17, 18, 19. Some of them are mothers, but it's a lot of different kinds of age groups and need in the camp that is going unaddressed. So it's going to be interesting to try to get these girls involved and honestly staying out of trouble. And right now, because things are so up in the air and the schedules are so messed up, that a lot of them, like the kids are like, yesterday I wrestled a kid out of the camp who's just throwing rocks at everyone just because he's so bored out of his mind and unstimulated. Like, so that's my job today. I'm going to post some more pictures. Feel free to ask me any questions, specifically if I haven't been addressing anything, and I will continue to update tomorrow.